I recently applied for the American Express Blue Business Plus and was approved. And today I want to share with you why I first decided to get this card for myself, but also share how you too can get this credit card even if you don't have a business. So first, about the credit card, there's really not much to it. The biggest thing is that there's no annual fee, and the spending categories will allow you to earn 2 times points back everywhere you spend with the credit card. And that's truthfully why I like this card. It's simple, it's easy to use, and it has no fee. There's also some smaller points and protections on this card that you'll typically see. For this case, there's those Amex offers, there's a purchase protection, extended warranty, and things along those lines. So why do I personally want to get this card for myself? Well, looking ahead maybe 3 to 5 years, I do envision that I will pivot over to American Express from Chase for a more luxury premium travel setup. With that said, I'll probably get their Trifecta, and the Blue Business Plus is a key component of that alongside the Gold and Platinum cards. So I figured, why not go out and get the Blue Business Plus now, start accumulating American Express points with a catch-all card without having to worry about paying one of those $300 or $600+ annual fees. And honestly, that's pretty much all I have to say about this card. There's also a sign-up bonus where I could earn 15,000 American Express points if I spend $3,000 with the card in the first 3 months of holding it. And while American Express certainly has much better offers when it does come to their sign-up bonuses, sometimes I've seen this card with a 60 or 75,000 point bonus, but the spending criteria to get those is around $7,000 or $8,000 in 3 months, which for the current position I'm in, I don't think is necessarily easy to hit. So I was actually happy getting the lower bonus with an easier to hit criteria, but now getting into what most of you probably clicked on this video for, which is going to be the actual application. And once again, if you are worried about it being a business card and you don't have a business, please don't be worried. An analogy that I heard that I really liked, as I think it explains things well, is business cards are like business shoes. If you are in business, having business shoes is a must, and it really helps out with standing out and looking professional. But that doesn't mean that you have to have a business to wear business shoes. Same thing with these cards. If you do have a business, they're going to help maximize your cash back and spending within a business. However, if you don't have a business, that doesn't mean that you're not able to get any of these cards. So getting into the application, on my own end, I did use the American Express pre-approval tool, which can be found if you Google the Amex Blue Business Plus. It'll be on the left-hand side of the page under the details about the card and the annual fee. And the reason I really do like this pre-approval tool that a lot of companies are starting to go towards more is because you can check if you're well pre-approved without any ding on your credit score. And of course, if you do go to accept the pre-approval, you then will have that little ding on your credit score for the hard inquiry, but just checking if you're pre-approved will not affect your credit score. But back onto the page, if you click apply now, you'll then be brought to what looks like a traditional application. On the left-hand side of this page, one thing that we can double check is first our spending categories and the sign-up bonus are what we are looking for with this credit card. And then on the right-hand side, we're gonna see all this information that we're gonna have to go ahead and fill out. And being a specific business card, there's gonna be some things a little bit different than personal card applications. So first thing that we're gonna do is punch in our business name, and we're gonna fill out that part of the application. If you don't have a business name or you don't have that business, I'd go ahead and put your own name in this part and then fill out your address for the business address. For filling out the industry type, go ahead and fill out what your business is. And if you don't have a business, I would just put other. Next, we're going to fill out the company structure on the application. And this is where the actual application will shift depending on your answer for this category. If you have a business, go ahead and click your structure. Let's say I have an LLC, I'll fill that in. And then you're going to be prompted to enter in your tax code, things along those lines pertaining to your actual business. For those without a business, you're going to mark down that you are a sole proprietor. This means that your business is owned by one person with no legal distinction between the actual person and the business. Essentially, your business is not registered with the state and you are a sole proprietor of this said business. Continuing on, you're going to put down the number of employees you have. If it's just you or you don't have that business, go ahead and mark down 1 employee. You're also going to enter in the annual revenue stream from your business. This is not the same as the annual income that you have outside of your business, there's gonna be a separate part of the application for that later down. And below this is where we'll fill out all of our own personal information, which is standard across any other credit card application. When you finish that pre-approval application, you can go ahead and click submit, and then you should see whether or not you are pre-approved for this credit card. If you are pre-approved, that's awesome. Check out what the offer is. If you like it, go ahead and click accept. And now they're gonna do that hard inquiry on your credit score, which might ding it a couple of points. If you're not pre-approved, this does not necessarily mean that you are not gonna be approved for the card if you were to apply. One thing that could happen is they might be reviewing your application. If you're someone like myself that was stupid and reloaded the page, then it might take an extra day or two for them to review that application. Just to elaborate on my own experience a little bit more, I had a pre-approval offer. I accidentally clicked refresh for some reason. After that, it was then said American Express will have to review my application before I can accept the offer again. This only took an extra day to get things figured out, but just take note that if you do click off of the page or you disappear from it for too long, that a pre-approval offer might go away and you might have to wait or redo the application. Once I did accept that offer, I was prompted with the acceptance for the credit card, which allotted me a $7,000 credit line, which I can say is pretty generous. I wasn't looking for that much, but I won't complain about having that, as it will help build my score over time. And after applying and now setting up my card, I've been very excited to start actually using it real soon and being able to start integrating myself into the American Express ecosystem. And while I don't necessarily foresee myself getting those gold or platinum cards in the near future or anytime really soon for a couple of years, being able to lock up the 2 times points back over time over the course of a couple years, I'll quickly see those American Express points add up and then later on be able to leverage them for travel. So if you are planning on applying and have any questions, be sure to comment them down below and either myself or someone else can help answer them. I did try and go through things basically to answer any questions I had when going through the application, but I'm sure that there are a couple questions that you still might have. And if you guys got anything out of today's video, be sure to hit like and consider subscribing. It really helps me grow the channel and get that better knowledge of personal finance and credit cards out to more people online. And if you guys are interested in learning more about that Amex Trifecta I've been talking about, check out this video right here. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you in the next video.